instruct you on how to use Perusall for course readings. Perusall is a collaborative reading platform where you read through assignments together with your classmates. You can make notes on readings, ask questions about things you find confusing, start discussions, and help your fellow classmates by answering questions or providing insights. Especially with HyFlex or online courses, it can be difficult to interact with your classmates outside of classes study, especially with the lockdown, right? Perusall is a really fantastic tool for engaging with texts. It helps foster discussion, and because the instructor can see comments, I can see your comments, it helps me know what parts of the text are particularly confusing some of y'all, as well as what topics y'all are interested in, so we can focus on those during lectures. So to access Perusall, you'll first need to create a Perusall account through Canvas. So in order to do that, you can either click on the Perusall link right here on the course navigation menu, or by opening any of the reading assignments found in the learning modules. So for each Perusall assignment, when you go to the learning module, you'll go down and you'll find that the links right here will open a page, and when that page opens, you'll see at the bottom, load the Perusall assignment. So I'm going to use an old course just to show you what it looks like. So when you, after you create your Perusall account, Perusall will automatically sync your scores for every assignment with the Grade Center in Canvas. Now, there's one important thing to note, however. In order for Perusall to sync your scores with Canvas, every time you start on a new Perusall reading assignment, you need to access the reading assignment from the assignment page in Canvas. That is, you need to go through the page like this one and click on the thing, click on that little button that we just saw just a second ago. Let me see if I can get back to that. Yeah, so let me show you another one. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so you click on that, and it would show you at the bottom right there, load Perusall assignment. So you need to do that the first time you open any new Perusall assignment. Otherwise, the Perusall grade will not sync back to Canvas automatically. Now, once you've opened it up from that link, you can then go through and access the assignment in Perusall directly if you want to continue working on it. You don't have to necessarily go through Canvas. All right, now once we're on Perusall here, if you want to go ahead and customize anything, you can just click up here on the little account button and edit profile. You can check to make sure that your email address is the correct one you want. If you want to get notifications from Perusall that someone's tagged you in a conversation. You can adjust your time zone, your language. You can upload a profile picture if you want to have an avatar. You can adjust the way it looks, light, dark, automatically mapped system. And there's a few other little options here that you can play around with. All right, now, once you're on Perusall, you can find PDFs for every reading for the semester in the Library tab right here. And you'll see that they're organized into folders. And you can go through and you can click on one and you can open it and just read through it, or you can even download all the files. So if you want to save them on your computer or print them out, that's how you would do it. You can also view all assignments for the course by clicking on the Assignments tab, and you'll see all of them here by date. Now, this is from a summer course I taught, so the dates are going to be a bit different, and the reading, this might not be the one for your class, but it's just our demonstration thing. So when you want to work on an assignment, you would just go down and pick up the assignment. So let's say this and this one, and then click Work on the Assignment. Now, the first time you open an assignment in Perusall, you're going to get a little walkthrough here. It'll tell you about the way it works. Yellow highlights indicate threads started by students. Blue highlights correspond to discussion threads created by the instructor. You can see up here who's currently viewing the document at the same time as you are. So you can see who might be on there if you want to chat with them. If you want to highlight, you can either click annotate text, or you can do this thing for pictures. That's really not relevant to us because we don't have diagrams in this course in any of the readings. And as far as our navigation menu over here, it's pretty self-explanatory. I assume all of you are tech savvy enough, or at least familiar enough with things like Facebook and Snapchat and Instagram to know how to kind of work your way around. So to see a list of all conversations, you can click on this, and it'll show you all the conversations, every thread on the document. You can star particular threads or comments and then come back to them later, and it'll display those here. You can navigate using thumbnails and scroll through that, or you can just scroll through the main document. And you can also navigate by the table of contents. Some of these PDFs have tables of contents, other ones don't. And last, you can click on the search icon to search for phrases or terms in the PDF. And all the PDFs should be text searchable. If you get anybody tagging you or replying to one of your comment threads, there'll be a notification, and you can see all your notifications in this box. And last, you can take notes in Perusall for yourself. And these are entirely private. No one else can see them. But if you like note-taking and you just want to keep the notes right next to the text, you can highlight something. It's pretty nifty with the note feature. When you highlight something like this, it'll then automatically, you can, I believe, when you go to notes here, yes. So when you highlight something, it should create a note. Yes, create a note by clicking new, and so then when you say new note and you highlight something, it'll automatically put a little picture of that thing you highlighted in the notes, and then you can type underneath it. And if you want to go back to that, say you're scrolling around, you want to go back to that, you just double click and it'll take you right back to that position in the text. It's pretty neat. All right, so let's talk about annotations and scoring. So as you read through the text, you're going to want to comment. Whenever you want to comment or ask a question about something, you just simply highlight a passage here. So let's read through. So let's say proof of the existence of God from the order of the universe. Let's say I'm not sure what does order of the universe mean. So I highlight that, and we'll create a little box here, and I can type in, what does the order of the universe mean? And it will automatically put this in. When I type questions, whenever you have something ending in question mark, Perusall can notice that, and it will put this little icon here that shows that you typed a question, and everyone can see that. That way you know that there's a question, so go through. So when you look at everyone else's conversations, by clicking on all conversations, for example, we say, oh, someone asked a question here. Oh, it was the professor. He asked a question, and I was probably trying to start a conversation on this. You go down here, and then here's someone that has a question, and then you see people replying to it, yeah? You can also just directly click on the highlights to bring up the conversation. Yeah, so here, see Erica has asked a question about what exactly this means, and we see that there's a little bit of discussion in reply to this. Now, when you type comments, one thing to note is the way that it works is when you type the comment, if you hit enter, it'll automatically submit it. If you want to make a space, if you want to have several paragraphs, you can say, this is my first sentence. Then you hit shift enter. It'll then make a new line, yeah? This is my second sentence. Now you can annotate text in Perusall. You can highlight things and make them bold or italic or underline or highlighted and change the color of the text. You can also put in emojis if that's your sort of thing, right? And that's what it'll look like. Now, if you want to go back and edit a comment, you can just click on it and you can edit it. Mildly fun. All right. If you want to make a numbered list, all you need to do is just type 1 and a period and then hit space, and it'll automatically generate the list. And then hit shift enter to make item 2. And then if you want to end the list, you just hit delete and it'll go back to regular text. Okay. All right, now one of the best parts of Perusall is interacting with classmates and the instructor. So I encourage you to respond not only to your classmates' comments, and not only make comments yourself, but answer questions and engage in discussions. And as you can see, this document had quite a bit of discussion, and you can kind of see the points where there was particular interest. So some of them are very short, some of them are a bit longer. And when you're going through, one good thing to help others note that something's good is you can upvote. If something helps you understand, you can click on the green check to upvote. You can always unupvote. And if a question is good, or if you want an answer to a particular question, you can upvote the question by doing that. And when you do this, and whenever you click the question thing, that automatically appears in the All Conversations tab. So you can easily see what questions there are about the text. You can also tag people, including the instructor, by typing the @ sign, and then a little drop down will come down with the name. So you put this, and you can scroll through and see who you want to put, or you can start typing, and then select the person. And when you tag someone, they'll get a notification. If you tag the professor, if you tag me, I'll get a notification, and then I'll definitely know that there's something you wanted my response on. Now, when you use Perusall, your engagement is automatically scored. Perusall has an algorithm that goes through and considers whether you've opened the document, how long you read it, how many pages you read, how many comments you've made, and the quality of your comments. I don't understand how the algorithm works. It's computer magic or something, but that's fine. But it seems to be pretty consistent as far as I can tell. It does a pretty good job of kind of detecting whether you just typed something like, "This is an interesting point," which is not very high engagement with the text, or whether you wrote a more detailed question, right, or more detailed comment, or a thoughtful reply to somebody else's thread. So, the way to earn full credit on assignments includes several different things. First, you need to open the assignment and read through the entire assignment on Perusall. If you download the assignment and you read it yourself, it won't know that you did it. So I recommend that you read through the assignment on Perusall, so that way it can tell that you read it. Another way is making thoughtful comments and replies to your classmates and getting upvotes. But seriously, though, the best way to really get a good score on Perusall assignments is really not to focus on getting a good score, but rather to actually just focus on using the platform to best understand the readings, to engage with your classmates, to start reading early, and to comment, and then to come back several times, and then check the comments and replies, and maybe contribute more to the discussion. Think about it as a preparation for class, and as an extension of the lecture of discussion afterwards, where you get to continue engaging with your class. Now, there's 3 other notes to make about Perusall scores. First, you can view your Perusall scores on the Perusall website, and it'll show you what the scores are for each assignment. You will also be able to view them in the grades section on Canvas, and you'll see the points for the particular assignments once the deadline has passed. So 3 notes about Perusall scores. The first is you will only earn minimum credit if you simply open the assignment and skim through it, right? If you open the assignment and you just kind of skim through it really, really quickly, and you don't make any comments and you don't spend any time on it, you're going to get the base level score of 6. If you don't open it at all, you'll get a 0. If you do open it, but you don't really do anything noteworthy, you don't really engage with it, you'll get a D, a 6. Now, second, Perusall determines your score based off whether you first open the assignment, obviously, and how much of it you've read through, so be sure to complete the whole thing, and the quality of your annotation. So to earn full credit, you need to make at least 6 quality annotations. Annotations include both comments and discussion threads that are created by you, as well as replies you make on classmates' threads. However, don't just make 6 comments, because it will score the top 6 comments. So to get full credit, you want 6 high quality comments, yeah? So comment to your heart's content. Obviously, probably 50 comments is too many, 50 annotations is too many, and probably 5 is too few. Yeah, so you got to find a happy medium, right? Obviously, you all have other classes as well, so you need to find a good balance. But the top six annotation comments are the ones that are used to help determine what your score for the assignment is. Now, third, you should be reading through the assignments before the lecture. This is just the way that this class works, is you prepare the assignment before the lecture, and then if you have if you have time, go back and make some more comments afterwards. And this is because you can still earn credit for engagement on assignments after the lecture. In fact, I really do encourage revisiting Perusall several times after you first read through to see comments from both me, the instructor, and from your classmates. Now, the deadline for full credit on any Perusall assignment will be 11:59 p.m. on the day of the lecture on that reading. Yeah. So let's say that your class meets at 9:30. You should have read the assignment by 9:30, but you can still go on and comment and engage with your classmates and get full credit for that all the way up until basically 11:59 p.m. that night. However, you can earn partial credit for engagement on readings up to 2 days after that deadline. So let's say the assignment is due on Wednesday. You can still earn partial credit for comments and for reading all the way through Friday. Yeah. Now, last, and this is one thing I just want to just let you know so I don't get a bunch of emails about this, because there's a little glitch here. Perusall does not always automatically sync scores immediately to Canvas. That means that when you check your grades in Canvas, some of your Perusall assignments may be marked late. That doesn't mean anything at all. You can simply ignore that a Perusall assignment says it's late. I don't take any points off. I just ignore it. It just is because Perusall sometimes doesn't sync the scores to Canvas quite on time, and so it thinks that the scores are late because they came in a little bit after when Canvas thought the deadline was. Other than that, I hope that this was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the comments on Perusall.